On this lovely Wednesday in October, I was able to make over $800 in just 20 minutes of trading, scalping the S&P 500 futures. And before I show you guys how I did it, if you're enjoying the content, please hit that like, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and also if you are brand new to my channel, please consider subscribing, as I will be posting these daily trading recaps almost every single day, especially moving on in November. Now in October, it's a little bit more difficult. My time is much more limited due to my nature of my other business, but in November and December, I am much slower and I'll be able to focus on editing these videos. It does take a couple of hours to actually put these videos out there. And also, if you're brand new to my channel, I'm not sure how you found me. My trading style might be a little bit confusing to you at first. What I am using is order flow and footprint charts. I'm using stacked imbalances of buying and selling to execute my trades. However, I'm using a regular candlestick chart. I use the 3000 tick on the ES to actually find the right timing as to when to look for the stacked imbalances and when to enter into those trades. And to make this process more efficient and faster, I use a assisted trading interface. It's a plugin for NinjaTrader called Polarity ATI. I tell it when to look for those stacked imbalances and it enters the trades automatically for me. Then I use the ATM strategy with NinjaTrader, which is the bracket order. So basically, I just tell it when to look for the trades and everything else is done automatically, as you will see in this video. All right, really quickly before we take a look at the recording of my trades from today, a quick summary of what I'm looking at. So we have a footprint chart, right? So we have a footprint chart in a 15 range time frame. So every candle is 15 ticks from top to bottom. It's 15 ticks, and I am looking for stacked imbalances. Obviously, the stacked imbalances could be different settings, so whatever you want to make them. I am using 100 minimum volume, so there has to be 100 contracts minimum traded to have a highlighted imbalance or qualified imbalance, and those are the highlighted numbers. And I am using a 0.35 ratio. So if you actually take a look at my strategy settings, it's 100 minimum volume, 0.35 ratio for the imbalance. All right, and we are looking for 3 of them in a row, and that's how we actually get entered into the trade. So when you see a trade execute, that's the settings that we have. Sometimes the refresh rate of the charts might not even highlight the imbalances in blue. Therefore, having that assisted interface takes the trade a lot faster than a human eye can do it. And it allows me to get into a trade versus if you do it manually, which is still very possible, you would have to wait more patiently for those imbalances to show up and actually stay there. Because a lot of times the imbalances, like you see that they're blinking blue and then they disappear. Those are still qualified imbalances if you actually would see them fast enough. So the software allows you to do that. And also there's different ways of actually taking the trades too. So let's actually pull up the recording and go over that as well. All right, right off the bat, here's the recording from today. It's very sped up. Here we have the first trade. So the first trade, we actually have a long trade. So very quick. This is sped up by 2 times, and I am going to get filled with a nice win right off the bat based on a short stacked imbalance going to the long side. So this is where it gets very confusing for a lot of people. But as you guys could see, I'm looking at the chart on the left side here with the tick chart, and that is allowing me to create good support and resistance based on longer time frame. And I knew that, you know, this was the low from yesterday or the high from yesterday, whatever it is. I can't even think of it right now because I don't have the full chart. But I knew this area was very interesting. So when the market reached that, I knew it wanted to bounce, or at least the chances of it bouncing were high because it did try a couple of times to go lower and it couldn't do it. So I was confident with arming the Polarity ATI using the short regression mode, which looks for stacked imbalances to the short side, but it actually triggers you into a long trade. So if you guys want to take a look at that again, I have it armed and we get filled. And this is right at the open, basically. Super straightforward. And I mean, this trade was as easy as it gets. I do move my stop to break even once I'm almost at the target, and quick $400 made there in less than, I don't know, 30 seconds. All right. So then, just to give you guys an idea, going forward, take a look. Always keep an eye on the 3000 tick chart here, and you guys will see that I am not arming and disarming the polarity very often. Now I'm going to look for a substantial move and trying to avoid the middle. So like this is like the middle chop here, right? So we either want to get traded, enter a trade in here, or down below here, and those would be the good areas. Sometimes it seems like it's very far away, but it gets there pretty quick, and that is when sometimes I have a bad day because I am impatient or I just have the wrong bias. But understanding where the market wants to go is when I do best. So here, this was actually a second trade, and I don't know if you noticed, but I hit arm with the regression to the short side, which means I'm turning on the Polarity ATI to look for trades. And it triggered me into a trade right away, which I didn't want. I didn't see the stacked imbalances there, but it triggered me into a trade. So I did kill it. It actually ended up working eventually, but I was hoping to get triggered more down here on a trap setup. It actually would have worked out. So it was a shame, but at the same time, that's not where I wanted to enter. But now we are approaching the low of the day and a big support area. So I very much, trust that level to work out. So you could see I was armed and we have the stacked imbalances. And basically right away it reverses and is going to go into my profit target.
Target filled.
So even though on the chart we have very negative delta, it's still a good trade for me because of where we are on the overall chart. And that's how I like to trade this system, and there's no right or wrong way of trading it. And I'm not trying to teach you how to trade it. I'm just showing you that it's possible to do it, and you just have to learn what works for you. And in both cases of my trades, both times the market continued to go much higher than when I exited. And yesterday I took a sick trade and I ended up leaving like 80 points on the table. I actually had the top of the market yesterday and then it continued to fade off. So we are scalping and we will continue to scalp until maybe I start trading 4 contracts. If I get to 4 contracts, I'll always leave a runner on. And then if I lose on it or break even on it, then it is what it is. But maybe it will allow us to get much bigger targets eventually. But that was my day. It was $825, right? So $825 in just a few minutes of trading. I called it a day. Again, after a sloppy end of last week, I wanted to just build my confidence. Right now, I'm on a winning streak with 10 green trades in a row. Account is back to where it was before Friday. I'm using a funded program with Tick Trader. I took a withdrawal with them, and then I took a bigger loss with them on Friday. So my account got pretty much depleted, but now it's back to normal after 3 trading days. So that's a good sign. And again, getting some confidence. So maybe tomorrow, if I am up 800, I will take another trade after that. Today, I just called it a day. In 20 minutes, $800. I loved it. And we had some good discussion in Discord as well. So I do have a Discord if you're interested to learn more about this style of trading. And the only thing I want to remind people is that my trading Discord is not about trading in general. So if you have a different style of trading and you don't really care about this style, don't join. You're not going to enjoy yourself. And we don't want to promote any other trading style just because there's so many Discords out there, and I don't want that to be my Discord. Like, I just don't need it to, they have different trading styles, people bragging about their style, that it's the best and this and that. It's not about that. Trading Polarity ATI or any order flow type of trading, there's different interfaces that you could purchase to take the similar trades. That's what we want to learn about, and that's how we want to get better at it, because it is not an easy system to trade. And videos make it seem like it's easy. Like my video today probably made it seem like I made money super easy and didn't put much effort into it, and that's not the case. Okay, there was a lot of time put into the actual studying and putting out the support on the resistance levels and trusting the levels. But anyway, guys, tick link down below. I did get funded with them in just 1 day. So if you believe that you can meet their profit target in just 1 day or 2 days, they're definitely the way to go. They do have a lot of cons as well, but so do all these firms. You know, do your research. But I like tick for the reason alone that they don't have a trailing drawdown, and also that you could get funded in just 1 day. You don't have to trade for 10 minimum days or 15 days and waste 2-3 weeks of trading just to get funded. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next one.